break. It's freaking breakfast.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah, buddy. So there we were, an adventurer and an explorer, enjoying the small town of Kane's finest cup of joe and mapping our route for what would prove to be one of our greatest adventures yet. We'd read articles telling of an abandoned paper mill with a dark history located deep inside Potter County, Pennsylvania, a place of ruin and destruction. Just outside a small town called Austin is what remains of the Austin Dam, now a poorly maintained historical site. The 50-foot tall levee shadows the graves of 78 souls, and a foreboding energy is thick in the air. Back in 1911, you see, a man by the name of Willie Nelson warned the small town that the dam had serious structural issues and that the dam's integrity had been compromised. Apparently, the town's leaders ignored his warnings and ignored his advice about evacuating. What resulted was a horrific event that not only claimed the lives of 78 people, but destroyed everything in its path, including a 2-story paper mill. And that's where our sights were set. Immediately upon arrival, things started going south. A flat tire on the bike and engine trouble from a local courier was just the beginning of it all. Wait, back up. I want to introduce you to our tour guide, Jimmy's cousin. We never actually got his name. All we know is Jimmy was the mayor of Austin, and he was his cousin. That you definitely think that place is haunted?
Oh yeah, most definitely. The paper mill's fucking haunted as shit. Because I went there the one night, me and my buddies. We all went over there, and we were drinking a little bit, but
Yeah.
like, I was like 2 beers in, and I'm like, dude, I must be like...
Oh shit, it's bubbling out. It's burping probably. It's probably just burping.
Good. Anyways,
Yeah.
I saw some... I was like 2 beers in, and I'm like, I can't be this drunk already. Like, for shit to start moving off the walls, and then my buddy caught it on camera that like something ran behind us.
No kidding.
On Snapchat, like he caught it on camera and everything.
Dude, I'm gonna be down there trying to get some
Yeah,
footage
there's
here
fucking
tonight.
definitely shit down there.
Heck
I don't
yeah.
care what she says. There's shit down there.
Hell yeah, man. That's freaking awesome.
Where it says Dakota Seat.
Nevertheless, it's always an awesome time meeting new friends on the road. And after a few quick autographs, we'd be heading down to the paper mill just to see if it's as spooky as Jimmy's cousin told us it was. Hell yeah, man.
Nice. Here, you want to sign the seat?
Heck
Honey,
yeah,
get
man.
out real quick here.
You want me to sign your car?
Yeah, go ahead. Sign it right here.
Right on the seat?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, dude.
Tell you what, don't get rid of that seat.
Fuck no. Be worth money someday. There you go.
Heck yeah, man.
Beautiful.
It was good meeting you, bro.
Of course, bro.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Have a
nice to
good
meet
one,
you, man.
Thank
You too.
for
Thank you.
showing us the area, dude.
Of course, no problem.
Hell yeah. The adventure bikes were once again put to the test, as the only access back to the mill itself was a rocky path laden with tire-swallowing craters. Made for such terrain, though, the Versies effortlessly maneuvered in and around them. Finally arriving at our destination, the setting sun behind the trees cast a haunting shadow on what appeared to be a 7-story concrete tower. Making our way towards the dilapidated structure, we followed what appeared to be an animal trail of some sort. Filled with excitement, curiosity, and apprehension, we decided to enter. The atmosphere was absolutely bone-chilling. Dude, this is wild.
This is crazy.
The structural integrity of the floor we were standing on was quite questionable. There were holes in the floor all around us, and right in the center of the room was an 8-foot wide hole that led to the lower level, the basement, which was filled with about 6 to 7 inches of water and had a very dark, mysterious smell coming from it. It was quite creepy, but we decided to check it out anyways. Jimmy's cousin said this is the spot where they dropped that body off 5 years ago.
Oh,
Somebody
shit.
got killed and they dropped the body off down in here. Damn. Wild, man. Definitely creepy down in there. You want to take a look?
Absolutely. A bear shit in the woods?
I don't know.
I'm not really catching anything off of more than what's on the surface.
That's fair.
You know, just a little creepy rundown.
Is that stairwell over there? After investigating the first floor of the paper mill, Justin wasn't picking up anything really more than what was on the surface as far as spookiness goes. I mean, yeah, the sun was setting and it was casting a shadow in the place, and there was a dark history tied with it. But other than that, the energy was fairly calm in the area. So, making our way across the first floor, we decided to check out the stairwell that led to the upper level.
If anybody asks, you'll have footage of the fat ass that broke the step. I hear a wheeler.
What we found was an amazing, beautiful sight before us. The structure was just vast and seemed to be completely overtaken by nature. I expressed to Justin several times how the whole area gave off a vibe, something straight out of a Lord of the Rings movie. That this was a structure that had stood since before the time of elves and that had been attacked by dragons. That's a solid 25 feet off the ground.
It is. It's reinforced well, but I don't know if it's worth the risk.
I'm going to do it.
You gonna do it?
I'm totally going to do it.
I'll do it with you.
After a short safety analysis of what appeared to be the only way across, we decided to shimmy along a crumbling wall, 20 feet in the air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The experience was exhilarating.
Out there? Got my Girl Scout ribbon on.
This side of the paper mill was equally fascinating. There seemed to be old silos made of concrete that were crumbling into nothing. And below us, 20 feet down, were little chamber rooms. Not really sure what they were used for, but you definitely didn't want to fall down there. Of course, the only way to the end of the paper mill was down another long, narrow wall, or what was left of it anyways. We decided to test out our balancing skills once again.
Well, this one's solid. This one is questionable. I'm not gonna trust that. In case you were wondering.
I was wondering, actually. It's moments like these that we live for. That moment when the ground beneath your feet crumbles into nothing, and you hear the tiny stones and concrete hitting the water 20 feet below you. As you hold on to a piece of rebar over 100 years old and hope that it has just enough life left in it to get you safely to the other side. This is what it's all about. This is what makes the adventure.
I was exploring adventure.
Adventure! Nice grab.
Thank you. Exploring the backside of the mill, the tall silos were blocking out the sun. The ancient twisted steel could be seen beneath the rotting concrete.
That's all mineral from it dripping right off of this thing.
That one little spot.
Yep. Sorry I fucked your video up there.
You didn't. That is crazy. Some interesting minerals were dripping from the ceiling above us, and part of the roof had collapsed.
You go around this one.
With darkness setting in, we decided it was in our best interest to start heading back. So we made our way
Just keep in
down
mind there's
a
no support
non-existent
underneath you.
staircase from the second story to the ground level. There was just one more area we had to investigate. Oh my goodness.
And let's go down there and see what's happening.
You want to go down there?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Little did we know the experience we would have would leave chills running down the back of our necks the rest of the night. Hold on, I want to get that lower, closer down here.
There's a bone on the beaver dam there. Good.
Holy shit.
See it right there?
What is it?
A bone. Bone.
I don't see it. Oh, it is. What the fuck? Holy smokes. What was that? Hello? Yep, get the fuck out of there! Holy!
Yep, no more of that shit.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
What was
I
that?
have no fucking idea.
There was something in that basement, and we didn't want to find out what it was. Our heart rate went through the roof. We decided it was time to get out of there and go find ourselves a campsite. So that's what we did. I think we may have just had some paranormal activity.
I'm kind of starting to get that feeling too.
And I'm actually going to feel a lot better, I think, if we do end up camping up the road a little ways.
Yeah. I was just thinking to myself, what a nice little spot this is. But after hearing that shit, yeah, I think we just had something weird happen.
After making our way back down the trail, we arrived at the neglected historical site and were greeted by some very interesting individuals. They seemed nice enough, and under normal circumstances, I'm sure we would have been more enthusiastic about having a conversation with them. Considering the experience we just had only moments before, however, I think the both of us were eager just to find a camping site and get a fire going. And there was just something about that van. It was creeping me out. The spot we found had a nifty little fire ring, and using a technique that involved a little bit of the gas we brought with us, we had a fire going in no time at all. How is it, Justin?
Oh man, it is good.
It was nice to finally get some grub in us, and the fire provided a much-needed warmth. We made one last friend that night, though. A big old toad. He came out to join us by the fire. I named him Trevor, and I tried to get him to sit on my lap to enjoy the fire with me, but he wasn't really interested. With darkness fully set in and our bellies full, it was time to turn in for the evening. Morning would be here before we knew it, and personally, I was looking forward to some good old campfire coffee. Justin was up before the crack of dawn. He got a fire going while I laid in the hammock. As the sun started to break, it was time to get that coffee going. With a little caffeine in our systems, it was time to get a little exercise in, check out the area, and goof off a bit.
Closer. Uh-oh. Oh. Sorry. God damn it. Oh! Oh! Hey! Yeah. All right.
As we finished packing our things, we talked about our adventure and future places to explore. An overwhelming feeling of gratitude hit me. The friendship and memories are worth more than diamonds, and although we were marking this one off the map, it wouldn't be long before we had our next destination marked.